on YouTube, and if it's slowing your system down,
Oh, no,
like
no, no, no.
we
It's
tested
just
this.
that's just my computer. That has everything's up and everything's live now.
Love it.
Um I need to probably click things and clean out whatever
Oh,
computing stuff. You
we should
know,
do
I
some
really
digital
shouldn't pretend like I
cleaning.
know. I shouldn't pretend like I
Digital,
know what's going
digital
on.
cleaning. No, no, no. But here's the thing: you can't know until you know. We should do some digital house cleaning.
Well,
We
and
should
if you don't
now
know, now you know.
juicy.
And if you don't
Yeah.
know, now you know. All
Mm.
right, my friends. All right, well let's
The
do a
game for just.
quick little sound check. Let's see. Can you hear this? I think we can hear that. That's me. That's my voice. And we have sound things, and I have like sort of gotten myself all prepared, but I've also sort of not because we reject the aesthetics of polish. Polish is a tool of supremacy culture. I've spent a good portion of today saying things like that. That like um manners and politeness is a tool of supremacy culture. Manners are a tool of supremacy culture. The English language is a tool of supremacy culture. Um, and it does sound like I'm making jokes and being like sort of silly, but none of what I am saying is is a lie. Hell, dating is a tool of supremacy culture. Most of the things that we do are tied in some way into supremacy culture, wouldn't you say?
Fully agree that dating apps are a part of supremacy culture,
Oh,
but also like patriarchy itself is a tool of supremacy culture. And I'd also argue that ways of controlling women through like legalized bondage, like marriage and stuff, that's part of supremacy culture.
yeah. It just, yeah, it all is. And we all are. All right. Well, you know what's real funny is that I had a copy of my script and I don't know where it is and I don't really care. So let's just do this. We're going to press play. We're going to go. We're going to say, hey, 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 welcome, welcome, welcome to Calling for Justice. Calling, no, what are we doing? We're doing Gaming for Justice. I'm Maya Mama. We are live here on twitch.tv/Maya Mama and youtube.com/ Claudia Alec calling up justice. And we are here to talk justice, talk games. We're going to be making a video game today. We have finished half of it, and I'm really excited to keep working on it. And I have a guest with me. Guest, I'm going to turn off this music, and why don't you introduce yourself to us, including your pronouns and an access check-in.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hello, this is the voice of Claudia Alec coming to you through the computer, and my gender pronouns are they, their. You can use she, hers, but I prefer they, theirs. Also, my access check in is that all of my access needs are met because I'm on camera, baby.
Woo
Yeah.
woo! I love that. It's so nice. All right. Well, so last week we started on a game that we decided we were going to make called Can You Survive a Racism? We are using software that we got from twinery.org. Let me see if I can get
Open source.
open source. There
That's a
we
thing that we
are.
think is deeply important.
So, like right here, you can see I'm going to make it a little bit bigger for everybody so that we can take a little bit of a better look there. Um, Now, I had two stories on there, but we're going to go with Can You Survive a Racism? Because that's what we've been working on. Um, Now, should we do just a quick little how much we've gotten done in the game?
Yeah, you should definitely recap. Like, we did an entire session. We had several audience members that were weighing in, giving great suggestions for scenarios, and also just sharing anecdotes and stories about things in their own lives that got triggered by the scenarios we were writing. Satterfield was giving some amazing suggestions for the next piece. Yeah. So,
Let's let's get that showing. Okay. I now remember what I needed that last window for. We were talking about getting set up for things. I was like,
uh,
some other thing. Um, so let's good. We are good. Boom, boom. All right. So here we go on our the game. So far we have so during the week, the last 7 days, I did do a little bit of fluffing with the game of making it of adding some images.
oh,
So we do
cool.
have this. So welcome to Can You Survive Racism? During this interactive social justice experience, you will be presented with a few scenarios to see if you can get through the day. These scenarios will be both research and anecdotal in nature. And then we have our little image that I made there. And it says some situations may be unsettling. So look.
Content this. Content
Uh-huh.
win.
So you wake up and first thing you see is your phone. You see is your phone. So we should probably fix that. Do you check social media or eat breakfast and get ready for the day? What do you say?
Let's go with check social media. Let's be real. That's who I am. Well,
Okay.
no, wait. Well,
Oh,
here's the thing.
too
You see what
late.
what's it say now?
It says you check your phone and all you see is national racism. You are further reminded that we still have a long way to go. You decide to just go back to bed.
Oh,
That's okay. You can try again tomorrow. And you see, like, I have this nice little image.
the image is amazing.
Isn't that great?
Did you get that from that resource that you got from the Justice Producers Collaborative?
I did. I did
Oh,
indeed.
amazing. Amazing. I'm gonna try and find that resource for a justice based stock library and drop that in the chat for others. That's that picture's so perfect.
Oh, and I have more than that. So game over. Oh no.
Okay, game over. Game's
So we
over.
start
We
all over. Let's just
went to
start
bed.
all over. We're just gonna go with eat a breakfast and get ready for the day. So I also have so this take a bus. I also took that image off of that website, and also the walk. I
Oh
got
my
off of
god.
that website. So a great breakfast is an excellent way to start the day. After getting ready, you leave the house. Do you take the bus, drive in your car, walk, or use the transporter?
Audience, well, actually, I know the one I want to do. I'm always going to want to take a transporter. But audience, what do you think the character should do? Should the character take the bus, drive the car, or walk? Do the transporter. Do the transporter before they say anything. Do the
Oh,
transporter.
I did. Watch this. Look at this. Is. It is wrong. It is wrong. No.
Oh no! That's so dumb. That's real dumb.
I thought so
I
too.
want to tell you, I'm really proud of you. I'm really
Thank
proud of this
you,
this John Picard or this Jean-Luc Picard gif. That's
Johnny
hilarious.
Pickard.
All right. So let's we actually didn't write out all of the scenarios, did
No.
we?
So let's see where we
Oh,
are. So let's we can take the bus. I think we have take the bus.
let's do take
Okay.
the bus. See what that where that takes us.
Okay. You find a great seat and settle down to listen to Parable of the Sower. When a man sitting on the bus starts screaming the N word at you over and over. Here are the two options of what happens. No one says anything, or a passenger intervenes. Which do you want to happen?
Let's first see what happens with when no one says anything. I just want
No
to find
one says anything. Well, I'm almost there. Let's go to work. And then you go to work, but we don't have anything for work
right.
yet.
Okay.
Okay. So now a passenger intervenes. Let's see. A couple sitting behind you stand up and start yelling at the racist. He does not like this. The couple begin to get aggressive, and you see this is no longer about you and the harm done to you, only the performance of allyship. They start to get violent, and you cannot move from your seat. The police are called, and now you cannot go to work. We'll fix that. Now you cannot go to work. Now you have to convince the cops that you didn't start this. Game over.
Wow.
And then that also takes you right back to the beginning.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Um, Now,
Woo! All right.
drive
So the
your.
bus.
Yeah, and I don't know if we don't have anything for driving. Oh, we did have something for walking.
What's fucking?
Remember? Okay, so walking to work is a great way to get those steps in. As you are moving down the sidewalk, you see a woman with a small child walking towards you. Once she spots you, she grabs her kid and quickly crosses the street. And then it says, I'm in a suit. I guess respectability politics don't work. Oh well, time to make a dollar. And that takes you to work, which we have not finished. Any work stuff.
Okay.
Um, Part of me was thinking that maybe every option I should have the option to give up, but that's just not real world. That's not
Oh.
just real life. We can't just give up. We just sometimes, you know what? I'm almost to work, so I might as well just go.
Yeah, like if I stopped and went back to bed every time I experienced a racism, I would never survive a racism because I would be too poor to survive a racism. Turns out surviving racism sometimes takes money. Um, so I look forward to getting to the work section, but so so we need to come up with something for driving your car?
Mm,
Okay.
yes. So
All right.
let's go back to the twine.
So and I'm trying to think of like what are like if I'm driving my car, I'll say I feel more vulnerable when I'm on public transportation or walking because that puts me more in the circumstances of receiving some
Hmm.
kind of interaction.
Right.
In a car, I feel like I can just go from point A to point B. I can get there. I can control it. What do you think, audience? What do you think? What's the racism that you'd experience if you were in a car driving?
If you got pulled over, in, I
Oh,
mean,
okay. All right, that's real.
okay. So let's say,
I'm
um, time. I'm gonna say time to listen to. Let's time to
think
listen to those podcasts! Exclamation point. You pop. What's a good podcast? Yo, is this racist? I
this racist. That's hilarious. Yes, definitely. That is what they would be listening to.
actually listened to that today when I went to my doctor's appointment. I listened to Yo, is this racist on my way to and from the appointment. So,
No,
yeah.
see, real life. This is real podcast that people really listen to.
It's a good podcast too. Yo, is this racist?
Ooh, Satterfield says, "What
Uh,
radio do you want to listen to?" Is also a good choice. And I will name this Satterfield. I tend to choose to not listen to the radio, but that's because I'm preemptively trying to avoid microaggressions. And I've learned that
exactly,
if I
exactly.
listen to the radio, I'm going to hear something that hurts my feelings,
Well, see, for
or
me, it's just that.
dehumanizes or insults me.
Well, for me, the yes, that does happen on the radio. I also like I end up hearing. I don't get to filter the content that goes into my brain as much when I listen to the radio. And also I listen to podcasts so that I can also still hear things going on, like if there's sirens or things surrounding me, because if I don't hear a siren, then I could be arrested for like trying to evade capture or something like that. So I don't
Oh,
like
wow,
I
yeah.
don't like listening to music necessarily, and if I do listen to music, it's usually like slow jam R&B music.
Right.
Um, so, I mean, I like when I'm at
Right.
home, I listen to much louder, fun music, but I don't do that in my car. Um, because we preemptively protect ourselves. So let's see, maybe we should put something about that in there. On let's see, the stereo. Uh, you wish that you could be blasting Biggie's
Juicy. I'm
Juicy,
gonna put that in the chat. Just
but yeah,
between us on here.
please put that in the chat. It's just such
No, it's
fun.
my own fault for saying, because if you don't know, because if you say that, you immediately you have to. Like,
Hmm.
I think it's a black person law that you have to play the full music video. You have to say, now you know, and then you
And
have to
it's
play the
still
music
in my
video.
head, like I can hear it playing in my heart. So it's great. But you have to be, let's say, fully aware of your
Oh, I like Satterfield's
surroundings.
suggestion in the chat. Satterfield says you have two choices for the radio. Talk radio gets you a racism, but if you just listen to music, you can enjoy your journey.
Ooh.
And I feel like that's a real choice I have made while being on a road trip.
Okay, time to listen. How about we say time to listen to something! Exclamation point.
Oh, and now we're giving ourselves some more options. I
Mm-hmm.
like this.
Do you wrong thing? Do yeah. We're gonna do a question mark. Pop uses racist on the stereo. Pop, yo, is this racist on? And then I'm gonna cut this and I'll put it somewhere else
Okay, because I liked
because
it.
I like the thing. Pop, yo, is this racist on? And then we're gonna say, how about
I
we
think you need
listen to
to.
NPR? NPR seems like it would be like super innocuous and like really calm and like, it wouldn't be triggering. It's
Uh,
NPR.
no,
It's super
that is
triggering all the
not. That
time.
is
It's
not how that
100%.
works. I like that. I like
But
that. I
that's
think
why
you
I
need to
listen
write
to
all
Yo
that
Is
down.
This Racist? Because you think that you're trying to avoid racism, so don't listen to the
Okay,
thing with
okay.
racist in the title.
So, so here are the three options. Option one, listen to a podcast. Well, no, no. Option one is, yeah. Option one is listen to a podcast. Listening to loud music will distract you and possibly get you pulled over. And that way you can still include your juicy reference because I actually really loved it.
Hmm.
Then option two can be listen to NPR. That should be safe. And then that, of course, will get you a racism. And then listen to some
I'm
music.
just gonna say music. It doesn't have to be loud because it doesn't matter. Do you remember? Do you remember
Oh,
the young men
oh,
who were killed
yeah,
because they were listening to music?
yeah,
They were listening to music in their vehicle, and a
yeah.
white man was threatened by them listening to music and killed
Well,
them.
he wasn't, I've been sitting through the Kyle Rittenhouse trial all day, and so
Ugh.
I can say right now with great clarity that the narrative we received is not what happened. We kept hearing a story that this white man was so frightened that he did this violent thing to people in another car.
No,
But that's
he
actually
didn't like their music.
well, I don't know. I don't know what the attribution is. The story really is a white man went to a group of young people in a car and murdered them. That's what
Yes.
happened. White man murdered a bunch of kids in a car. And all of the logics and reasonings around it, that's what the trials give us, these narratives that are meant to create this sense of innocence by the white man because the white man was
Do you
afraid.
remember,
It's amazing
Claudia?
how frightened white men are in this country. I mean, you should see
But
poor little
hold
Kyle
on. Do you
blubbering.
remember what we I had an episode about about something this very similar that we can take into this. And it's kind of funny now that I didn't really ever think of it to this degree, but we're talking about intent versus harm here. So your intentions do
Oh,
not matter. It does not matter because you took a life. It doesn't
but here's
matter. It doesn't matter why you were there. It does not matter. It is not. I don't
Kyle.
care.
Kyle's
You
got it. Kyle fell
killed
over.
people.
No, no. Kyle was there though because he wanted to give medical assistance. He was
He
yelling
he
medical.
did
That
the
was AR.
opposite of that and killed people.
Yeah, but
And
no. He
sorry,
also at
doesn't
one point
matter.
had a fire extinguisher. He was gonna put out fires. They were talking about how they had to put out the fires to
Yeah,
keep the people safe.
not.
You know, black folks are always setting off wildfires. And how it's really good when a white
Is
man
that
with
why
an
California's on
AR-15
fire?
comes. Yes,
That's why.
basically, we just don't have enough young white men with AR-15s to come put out the fires. That's really the best way to do it. All right, I'm sorry,
Is
I got
that
us off the
why?
topic,
Is that
but
why Billy Joel sings that we didn't start the fire? Did he mean
it
white
is
people? No, I'm
that
just
is
kidding. I'm just
exactly
joking, guys.
that is
I don't think that
exactly
of Billy Joel.
that is exactly what that song's about. And in my TED talk, I actually would now like to do an entire Twitter thread that is that. That's hilarious. All right, so time to listen to something else. Do you play a podcast? Pop, yo, is this racist on? Let's not play some loud, juicy. That Biggie Smalls might get us pulled over.
So this is what
Listen
we're.
to NPR.
We're gonna say that the podcast, the podcast, is gonna take us to work. That's gonna get us right to work. We'll. Or wait. We'll say good choice, and then that'll get us to work. Okay, hold on. So we're gonna put a link in, and this is just gonna be called Noice.
Noice? Noise?
Noise.
Noise? I had to spell it to figure out how I would pronounce it. And I was like,
Noise.
and literally, when I say it, I am saying it in the voice of a very particular actor.
Exactly.
Um, I'm forgetting what his name is, but he was in that fun movie where they travel in time, and he played a cop. He played a cop on that one TV show.
Oh, Andy Samberg.
Andy Sandberg, yes, Andy Sandberg. When
Well,
I
the way
say
you
noise,
were describing Andy Sandberg, I was confused, and for a second, I didn't know if you were talking about Andy Sandberg. And then you said he also plays a cop on that show, and then I went, "Oh, I see what you did." Um,
can I just share something random? I just had someone retweet something I said on Twitter and said ma'am, with two cry emoji faces. And I'm so proud. I am so proud that I got a black woman who's called head coochie in charge to respond to the thing I said with ma'am. What I tweeted was, white supremacy culture ruins all our nice things. It's weird because they're always appropriating all of our stuff. I think it might be on purpose.
so they devalue it so that they can snatch it up, and then um, it's like flipping a house, except
Oh, that word,
culture.
yes,
They're
yes,
flipping culture.
they're flipping culture. This is how, oh my gosh, this is how all white culture made itself. They're culture
They
flippers.
flipped it. Yeah, it's
Oh,
like
wow.
two two handsome twin white men.
Culture flippers.
They're twins. They're like we'll steal your culture and then make it cool. I don't know.
But when it will steal your culture, we'll take away some of the parts of it that make it special and nice. And then we'll sell it back to you more expensively.
And we win.
America. I like this. I like this idea of culture flippers. We might have to make a TV show. So Noise. Noise is your passage name. Noise.
Okay. And then this one is going to be, so I'm making three paths that we're going to go to right now. And those three paths, one second. I'll show you those. Okay. They are called, for driving to work, you get noise. You get not so noise. That's NPR. And then we get juicy, because that's what we're listening to. And if only I could, like, get permission.
Boom,
If
boom,
I
boom.
could get
Oh, Maya,
so
Maya.
there is a way to that
Well,
you can put music in through, and I
just,
haven't quite
just
figured that
record.
out. It's a little bit more complex
You can,
coding than I
you
know.
can record. We could make a video file of you just singing Juicy though, like your voice.
Oh no. Oh, that's so bad.
I know. It would be funny. I know we shouldn't do
Oh,
that. That's
oh, oh. Actually, I got what we could do. I could
huh.
play the song on my phone and we could record me singing
Singing along.
along with it.
Exactly. That would, I think,
And I
actually
wouldn't
make
get
it.
most of the words right. I'd have to, like, it would be like, da-da, uh, yeah. And if you don't know, now you
Now
know.
you know.
So, okay, so we'll tuck that in the back of our heads to
Okay, so we've
do.
got not too nice and juicy.
Yeah, so let
Not
me just go ahead and I want to put that idea real quick back in there so that we have that. So um, for noise, that was Yoas is racist. We're gonna
yeah.
say, uh, Tawny Newsome and Andrew T. As always, make you feel not as alone.
Aw. Nice.
And, like, fuck those racists. And that's going to take us to work. I'll just be that. And then we can go work. And we'll do the little blur thing. And that's that. So that's nice.
Nice. All right, I'm gonna
And
keep
that
doing that.
takes you over to that takes us right over to work. You can see the pathway there.
Huh?
And now let's see, not so nice. This is when we were listening to NPR. Okay, I got a really good one. Um, you're listening to the news. I'm gonna, one moment. Because I actually saved this. I took screen caps of this fucking thing that I saw. I was just like, oh, that's the kind of news that just really makes you upset. I'm gonna screen cap that so that I can bring this into the game.
That seems really good. I like it.
Yeah.
Satterfield apparently read my mind because I was going to ask out loud to the audience, what do you think? Like, as you're working on these options, what do you think the work should be? And Satterfield is already coming up with, and I like it. I like it.
This is
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
gonna. I'm doing something really. I'm trying to get the words to me in a quick way because they're on my phone, and I don't want to type too much because I'm lazy. Ugh, wow. So we're gonna put it in this chat.
You know, back in the day,
That's that
People used to have
is
other people who would
yes.
type for them. So it's not that you're lazy, it's that the original design of how this all works was supposed to be, it was supposed to be a two-person project. One person types and the other person says what should be typed. And
Okay.
then, you know,
So this was the name. This was you find out that a CPR trained officer who responded to the first to the scene didn't render aid because he didn't have adequate medical training. He just left him to die.
yeah,
He just fucking stood there. So
yep,
I was like, wow,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
something. That's that makes me hot and
Funny.
spicy.
Here's the
Um,
funny thing is, I saw a similar story that also made me angry, but it gave a different reason for why he didn't render the aid. Again, I think that there's
Oh, that
so
was
much.
yes. In that exact same article, he says that, and then he also says because he was the only one there, and he was worried about his safety. So I'm like, which one was it?
He had a lot of reasons. He had a lot of
A
excuses
lot of
why
reasons.
he had to let that black man die. He had to facilitate that black man dying. That he had a whole lot of reasons why. Um, so yeah, that would definitely make me mad. So that
More
yeah.
enraged. So I
More
have you're listening to the news. You learn that the CPR trained, blah, 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 blah. You are enraged. More enraged. Um,
I actually watched part of the Ahmaud Arbery trial today as well. It's kind of wild that both of those trials are happening at the same time.
okay. You have to pull over and are late for work. And I want that to be a different uh, consequence. People don't always think about the full. Sometimes that's what happens. Sometimes what happens is that you're late for work again because shit got really fucked up, and because you read that stuff or you were listening to it, and it just is, and it is true, full trauma. It really is.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, so we're gonna make a new one called.
I was also wondering because I don't I mean I let's just keep the one you have. I had a different suggestion that maybe we can use somewhere else.
Okay,
So
what were
I
you
feel
thinking? What were
like
you thinking?
so one of the outcomes of experiencing racial trauma
Mm-hmm.
is like literally you get stressed out and your body is less healthy. Like black people have lower life expectancies and higher rates of stress related diseases, not only because we have less access to like actual good medical care and good food and non-poisonous neighborhoods, but also because people trying to kill you every day is stressful and it just means your heart is working a little harder. Like black
Ooh.
people's heart beat harder and more in distress because of the way the United States works with us, you know? Ooh. I'm reading Satterfield's story right now.
Okay. I had an ambulance turn up to a job I was on. The ambulance crew waited outside the building, refusing to come and give aid. They said, "We are waiting for police to keep us safe." My response, "I'm guaranteeing your safety." So walk them in. Awful situation. An honor attack on his own sister for dating another race. Asian community. Very sad. Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
that was literally my response. I just
Wow.
typed in wow because I was just like, wow.
Hmm.
Mm.
So I'm gonna
Yeah.
say, yeah. Well, I'm going to put you have a panic attack as what happens. And do we get to work?
Yeah, I do. I like that you have that they get to work. They just get to work late,
Okay, and we're gonna say
and they lose 5 health
late
points.
to. We don't have any. We're not keeping track of health points.
Okay, that'll
So
be a
that would
different.
be really funny. That would
We
be a
can do
little bit
another
more.
game.
That would be so complex because we'd really have to
Oh,
be keeping track of.
I wanna do that
You'd
next
have to
time. The
build
next
some sort
time,
of macro that could keep track of
it-
the positive and the negative points. There
yeah,
is a way to do it. I
yeah,
just don't
yeah.
have
Not
that kind of
I'm
coding
not gonna
ability.
I'm not gonna have us say we should do that for this game, but the next social justice video game we decide to design live on air, we should definitely add a health point system so that folks are losing health points.
I'm gonna have late to work to be an ending, another
Oh,
ending.
okay, cool.
I'm gonna say
Why is late to work an ending? Why can't late to work go let you go to work and you can keep playing?
because we can't have everything be another. We have to have endings.
Okay, okay, you're right. You're
There
right.
have to be choices, not wrong choices, but choices that aren't going to continue with to get you to the end of the day.
Okay,
So
here
you
can
need
I
consequences.
can I suggest a slightly different consequence then to the going home? Could we make this a happy going home? Like you decide that you need to do
Hmm.
some self-care and self-rest. And
Yes.
yeah, I like that. That's cool. And that's good modeling. I think that sometimes you need to call in black. You call in black.
And did you say self rest? You said self
Uh
care and self rest?
I think I might have said that. I don't know what I said. I just said words that came out of my mouth. But
Okay.
then I said something I liked, which was calling in black. Sometimes you just have to call in black.
Yes, I'm going to put that at the end.
Right. And I
I
was
have
in
sick
resources.
time and
Okay, so we shared the affect, the verb resource. We shared the
oh,
juicy music video and the resource you're using to make this open text game. Sweet.
hmm,
Oh, right. We were talking about the Rittenhouse trial and the Ahmaud Arbery trial. I'll grab a
yes.
link.
No.
And I put the link in from NPR just so that it could be in the spirit of the game.
Ah. Oh,
I watched the trial live a couple of different ways. And it's interesting. I'm now figuring out how I like to watch these trials. I don't like to watch them by myself. I like to watch them in community, but I don't like to watch them in like random community. So like the official YouTube channels generally don't have a place to really have good dialogue. And the TikTok from Yahoo was live streaming the Rittenhouse trial, but there weren't healthy or good exchanges taking place there. But there's some really cool streamers that like they have teams of moderators and it's generally black women and they're not only streaming the trial, they're allowing you to have like they are having conversations, giving you context around it. I also participated in a clubhouse room earlier today, which was another space which felt like these are black people who are creating a space that has context and also it's not a space where you're also going to be receiving hate speech or harm.
mm-hmm.
All right, I can't find an NPR link, so I'm going to give you a PBS link for the Ahmaud Arbery trial.
Okay. So, and this is called Racism 1.
Racism one.
The number 1. It didn't want. It didn't win. It's just Racism 1. So, this is what we're going to do. I'm gonna take this. We're gonna link it to racism one, which is a end. But again, it's not bad. And I also, so let's take a look. We are at 42. Honestly, this is a three-parter. Sorry, y'all. Just calls it like I sees it.
I always assumed it was going to be a three-parter. I apologize. I always thought it was going to take 3 sessions to actually. You're designing an entire video game in live as a performative act. Feels real reasonable that it might take 3 sessions. This is magic though, and I love how you added some photos and stuff in between sessions. That was really cool.
Um, yeah, I was curious to see how easy it was, I guess. And it is, I mean, there is a challenge to it, but it's one of those things that like a lot of these things anybody can do. Um but
Could we just?
let's
Could
take
we?
a look at what we have so far.
Okay.
Oops. There's that. Get rid of that. Okay. Let's see how this works. Can you survive a racism? So we have, yeah. We've done this stuff. We're getting ready for the day. We drive the car. Okay. Time to listen to something. Do you? Pop, yo, is this racist on? And it says, Tawny Newsom and Andrew T, as always, make you feel not as alone. And like, fuck those racists. And now we're at
Yeah.
work. And now we're at work. Um. Okay, listen to NPR. Oh, I guess yeah. You're listening to the news. You learn. You learned that the CPR trained officer who responded first to the scene of Ahmaud Arbery's shooting testified that he didn't render aid because he didn't have adequate medical training. You are enraged. More enraged. You have a panic attack.
Okay, now we click
So
on Panic Attack.
you decide that. Ooh, I echoed a little bit. Sorry. You decide that you need to do self care and self rest. You have sick time, and even if you didn't, you're allowed to not feel well. Sometimes you just have to call in black. And that, bloop, witnessing racial trauma is really hard. You are further reminded, blah, 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 back to bed. So when you check your phone, that's going to also take you back to this same page.
I love it.
Um, and then, because
Yeah,
I thought that
that's
that would,
great.
and then it goes back to the beginning. Because that way we don't have, things aren't as
Crowded. That's real
crowded
smart.
and stuff. Yeah, when you're trying to make this. Um,
That's amazing. I love it.
I'm happy. Yeah. So there's the late to work, not to work, really. Um, and then Noise takes us to work. Oh, that was the bus. And then Juicy.
Boom, boom, chunk.
Yeah. If I can figure out sound, then that's what you're gonna hear. You're gonna hear me going, yeah, This goes
Three
out to
minutes.
this
Like
goes
a
out to
full
all
three
of my
minutes.
old teachers out there who said that I'd never amount to anything.
Oh, hilarious and fun. Um, so Satterfield had a good suggestion for something to take place at work,
Mm-hmm.
which was at the company. Somebody comes in and the first thing they ask is where's your boss? And then that made me go, right, like we haven't actually, well, actually, we know that this character's wearing a suit
Yeah,
because when they walked, they were like, oh, respectability politics won't help me.
I'm
So they have
wearing
a job.
yeah.
Okay.
Well, and the reason why is because I want there to be a meeting.
Oh, a meeting?
Yeah. Like everyone sits down and gives ideas for a project type of thing, because I thought
Oh,
that that would be a really good way of dealing with, probably a crap ton of microaggressions,
yeah.
and probably HR.
Um,
But let's this is okay. So uh I don't know. Let's see. How are we gonna put this in?
you know what I want to do? I want to allow the character to listen to Juicy, to fucking, oh, sorry, I said F word. Sorry, y'all.
So did I. I said that a whole bunch of times, and I also typed it out uh, in one of my uh, things.
Oh,
So
really?
yeah,
Aha. Um,
it's not for kids.
but yeah, what if the Juicy ending is actually nice, where you get to listen to the music and you actually get to like fully listen to it and you get to work safe and it's fine. And you just had a moment of black joy.
Okay. Okay. You want to be. Hold on just 1 second. You want to be blasting Biggie's Juicy, comma, but you. We'll just add in that word. Also, okay. So you want to be blasting Biggie's Juicy, but you also have to be fully aware of your surroundings. Okay. Medium. No, we're gonna just put that as the option. Medium volume it is! Exclamation point. You love this song. And if you don't know, comma, no, you know.
That's
And medium volume it is, and then that'll take us to work.
nice.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
If you
And I
don't
am
know,
going to have that song bumping in my head for the rest of the
bum bum
day.
bum.
So,
I keep thinking of that because
different song.
well, no, it's because I've been looking at TikTok a lot, and
I was going to say, that's a TikTok
yeah,
sound.
bum
Bum, bye,
bum
bye,
bum, dum,
bye,
dum, dum.
bye, bye, bye,
Yeah,
bye.
yeah.
And then, like, usually people are the meme is people are walking and shaking their butts. And usually it started as a black meme where black people were like walking and shaking their ass as they walked out, but now white people do it and it's so awkward.
Oh, like I guess I haven't gotten to that level yet. All right, yay! So that takes us to work, and I think so we're gonna stop at that. So we got, where are we in our choices? Um, we had we did the bus, we drove, we walked, and we transported. So now we have done all of modes of transportation. Let's take a look at the. Let me get a better look at that. Me clicking around on this computer. There we go. So, we'll go. Now we can line it up. Okay. First scenario. Wake up. Let's bus. Gotta move these things as we there's driving, walking, bus, and nope. Y'all know what nope is. No! It is wrong!
Very funny.
I think so. I think it's
I was trying to
hilarious.
find. So Maya, I told you the story about the TikTok trend that I was mentioning with
Uh-huh.
that one song,
Yeah.
and thought I would easily be able to find a link to it to give our audience context. But
Bum,
you would
bum,
be
bum.
surprised. I think this might be the bomb 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 booty challenge because the song goes bump bump bump. That's it. Because it's not the stank ass walk
No,
challenge at
no,
all.
no.
It's not the stank walk challenge, and it's not the can't stop moving challenge. Let me look at the bump 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 booty challenge. I think this might be the
Bump,
right.
bump, bump.
I know
I
it's
just think
spelled B O
that's
M B O M B O M. That's
okay.
what it's spelled.
Okay, we gotta. If you don't know, now you know.
Yes. I think I found it. I think I found it.
Okay.
I don't know. I can't shoot.
Okay. So that's my. There's the dogs. That's. It's almost time for them to eat, and they need the entire world to know and understand that. All right. I think it looks a little bit neater and easier to access. And next week, we will be maybe we'll finish it up because there's like two more. I just want to do work and going home, and that's it.
That's what I think. I
Just
mean, I
work
feel
and
like
going home, and once you're no, and I think that because um we're gonna have to figure out either we're gonna have to figure out how the person's gonna get home. I guess we're just gonna have to let them be honest, like I drove, or um, I took the bus. But no, maybe we'll just say
you can always make new
no, no,
choices.
I got it.
So,
I've
oh,
got it all worked out. And I'm saying it out loud so that because I might forget in a week. Oh, actually, you know what? We're not going
straight
to be here
week.
next week
It's your
because it
birthday.
is my birthday week, and we'll be back the next
Aw.
week though. So let's
This was.
say it out loud. Let me write it in here
I'm
so I
glad
don't
you
lose
remember.
it. But I'm gonna say
So you're not going to want to live stream, live coding a video game with your audience while you're on vacation. Is that what you're telling us?
yeah.
Shocking. I approve.
I'm gonna ride with a friend.
Aw.
No.
From the audience, somebody
A
says happy
friend.
birthday for next week.
Thank you. Uh,
Another year wilder.
no,
It
I
actually
don't.
says wilder. I
Yeah,
was
I
being
know. I
silly. I
see
was
it.
being silly.
No, no, no.
I was I
You
was I was trying to make it
get
a joke.
you get a. I'm gonna say you get a ride with a white co-worker. Get right home with that. Sorry for the
All right.
clapping.
I love
Um,
it.
we'll make up. It doesn't matter why. It just doesn't matter why. Everyone
Doesn't
will be
matter.
fine. You'll be
Yeah.
fine because for reasons.
Well, that will become very clear in the
hmm
game.
Yeah, because that white coworker most likely doesn't really think about getting pulled over as much as you do.
Well, Maya, I'm excited about this only because I have this great story that I'll tell next week, or not next week, the week after next, about being in a car with a white coworker and getting pulled over by the police, and how my
Oof.
behavior was different because of the white gay man that I was with, but also because I had literally just gotten off of the news. Like we were driving back from the news station. And I was feeling real uppity.
You're like, oh, I was just at the news station on television. Perhaps you've heard of it. Television, I mean. Just, I don't know.
Well, I can't wait to share that exciting story with our audience 2 weeks from now. Have a great birthday. I'm so
Thank
excited that you're
you.
taking a week off because, like, you're hardcore. You did last week's show the day after you had surgery.
I did.
That's so impressive. And that is not calling up justice runs on Crip time, y'all. We do not require people to do that, but if it brings you joy and you want to, and so we did, and it
Well,
was
I
fun.
mean, I was able to do it from
Good.
my bed. So I didn't have to it didn't, cause me any harm. And I do enjoy doing it. So I was like, you know what? Yeah, see? We're just gonna keep doing that, see? And also, Claudia, I think I finally figured out how I'm gonna like segue into doing like the closing part of the thing.
Oh yeah?
Like I finally oh, sorry, I forgot. Thank you for joining us. Today, we made our game using software called Twine 2.0. For more information, visit their website. Visit their website, twinery.org. Calling Up Justice is a Calling Up Justice production. Special thanks to producer and guest Claudia Alec. Thanks to graphic designers Lucy Millslow and Maya Millslow. For more information on Calling Up Justice, visit our website, callingupjustice.com. All links are going to be in the chat and in the notes. Check out our Instagrams at MayaMama79, at Calling Up Justice Now, at Claudia Alec, at We Charge Genocide TV, at Maya Splaining. Come back the week after next, Wednesday at 3 p.m. Pacific Time on twitch.tv and our YouTube page. Bye!
Bye. 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 Bye.